Hello out there in YouTube land.
Welcome back.
So we thought we would do what was a request. My editor Tina Moss had messaged me, probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago on Facebook, and she had seen this amazing makeup artist do a look that was combining dragons and like the fire coming out of the
Right.
mouth of the dragon being on someone's eye. And she had asked me if I could recreate it and do it into a tutorial, so that's basically what we're doing here today. The name of the makeup artist that originated this look, her name is Minnie McGee, and I'll have her Instagram link down below, and you can look at all the amazing stuff she does. I mean, she does vampire looks. She did,
Yes.
for Christmas and the holidays, they had the Grinch with his hand coming out the
Yeah.
side, and so just really
She does
amazing stuff.
just really creative work. Really, just
Yeah. So
beautiful.
I'm going to do my best to do a tutorial to show you all how you can recreate that type of thing. And so it should be an entertaining little video,
Okay.
hopefully. And hopefully y'all will either see us succeed or watch me do an epic fail, and we can all have a good laugh.
Either way, it's gonna be a fun
Yeah,
time.
exactly. So let me zoom in the camera and then we'll get into it. Okay, welcome back. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see me in this, but you'll be able to see my hand a lot. So, in order to start this out, the actual picture we are working from is, let's see if I can get this not to, there we go. So you can see there's dark reds and oranges and golds and the little dragon dude out to the side. So we're going to do our best to recreate this on Miss Tabby, who was kind enough to let me use her face as a canvas today. Alright, so to start this out, we're going to do kind of an overall wash with, kind of a general red color, and this one is a kind of pieced together palette from ColourPop. But you can get that red on their site. It's kind of a warmer toned red. It wasn't part of any specific palette, it was just one that we tried to put together to make a dupe for the Melt Cosmetics Muerto palette. Okay, so I will take this and just kind of generally smudge it around. We've treated Tabby's eyes with concealer. That's generally kind of our go-to in terms of base for eyeshadow. Kind of flicking it out a bit at the end. Because ideally, Dragon Dude will be over here, and then we'll have all the fire out toward the rest of her eye. Okay. Now,
One thing we haven't talked about a lot is we're actually big fans of dragons.
we are, actually. The next shade I'm going to go into is Orange Crush from the Jeffree Star Mini Jawbreaker palette.
I guess the most recent has been Game of Thrones, which I confess I've not watched much of.
I haven't either, actually. Because I tried to read one of the books, and I'm not a fan of using rape as a plot device.
I'm not either. And it's very heavy in that.
Unfortunately. Okay. Next shade I'm going to use is from the big Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I'm going to use Suck. And what I'm doing, and I'm just kind of layering these oranges so that they kind of create this almost ombre effect of different shades of red and orange. Okay. A little closer to the actual eyelashes, I'm going to use the shade Licorice in that palette, which is actually a very deep red. Tabby had fallout. We will fix that later. I think we've commented before that our eye shape and everything is very prone to fallout, and so we're used to dealing with this on a very consistent, regular basis.
Yeah. We just fix it and move on.
Yeah. So I'm going to spray her down with some setting spray so we get those colors to kind of set and mesh.
We always laugh because this is the most girly thing we do in a day is fan ourselves.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's hilarious almost. La la la.
I mean, it's just very funny. At least to us.
It is. I keep that eye closed because it's still not dry. Oh, wait. Sticking to your face. We're getting there. It's drying. Now the reason why I'm adding a layer of setting spray is that I'm going to go over a section of that with concealer, and that is going to be like similar to what you do for a halo eye, where you add the bit of concealer in the middle to really make the lighter shade pop. We're going to do that, but we're going to do it to where it'll be where the flame comes out to make the whole bright white hot flame, and then spread out into the other shades. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to use that brush. And I always put concealer on the back of my clean hand to use as a palette. It is something that is kind of left over from my art days. I used to do that with acrylic paint all the time too. Which is probably not the best thing in the world to do, but in general acrylic paint isn't going to harm you. So, you know, if you're having... For some reason that hair is curling.
My hair randomly curls, so...
Okay. From this moment on, keep that eye closed. So, let's see here. Roughly yay there. Kind of paint out a little bit of a larger space. And then start dragging it out. Basically what you want to kind of do is do a very, very long circular triangle. So that out here at the edge, you're having, you know, the point, but toward the nose, you have like the larger rounded area. Okay.
The subject has to shift a little bit.
That's okay.
On live canvases, we have to move.
Yes. Alright, now I'm going to go over that lighter area that I just created with the shade Wow in the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. It is, well, as you can see, the very, very bright yellow in the middle. I'm just packing that on so that it shows up very, very bright yellow. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to use, this is actually from the Wet n Wild, oh, what the heck was this? This was the Zodiac collection. It's a very, very, very glittery, bright highlight. It's not available anymore, but Wet n Wild constantly makes these, as well as Artist Couture. You just want a very, very bright, shimmery highlight. And so that is going to get packed on extensively here in front. And then edged out toward where our dragon guy is going to go. Keep your eye closed.
Sorry. I need to tape my eye.
Yeah, keep him closed because if you open him, he will get messed up. Yeah, we'll just do that. We're arranging feet so that she has a place to put her leg. If you're wondering.
My leg is actually completely numb right now.
That's not very fun. Okay, we're going to pause for a quick second and arrange just slightly differently, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Tabby has readjusted, which I don't blame her because this was not a very fun position to get into. So I'm going to take a little tiny bit of concealer to dab out here at the edge where we didn't quite need everything spread clear out to the side. And, you know, feel free to use concealer. We use it all the time to cover up fallout, just about anything else you can come up with. That's just kind of what we do. Okay.
And also just kind of sets your stage fresh again.
Because the next thing we're going to try and paint a dragon. Da da da! And yes, I'm being a dork. I do that on a very, 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 common basis. Okay, I'm going to set that concealer with a little bit of pale powder here. And then I'm going to go in with a little touch of mustard from the Orb of Light palette by Black Moon Cosmetics. And just kind of give us a little bit of a shadowy area for where our dragon dude's head's going to sit over top, so it looks more realistic that, hey, there's a dragon dude over here. Okay, so the face kind of lines up right here, right at the edge of where we have the glittery highlights. So let's see how well I can draw this.
Totally wearing this to work.
Okay. And basically you just want to make like the start of his head and then like his open mouth. And get his neck a little bit, and you can kind of give like little impressions of like little earrings and things to your little dragon dude. Have the back of his head come down. We'll be changing to lots of different eyeliners. Mostly because it's very hard to draw with eyeliner like this, but in order to do it well, you can't use like regular stick eyeliner. It has to be the liquid. These are kind of flamey wings. You can make that a word, flamey wings.
It is now.
Yeah.
It's official.
And then you fill in your little wingy guy. And the other wing come out. It's disappearing into her hair, which is fine. down like that. Swirl around. So, rotund belly. And go over here to his little tail. And yes, your hand will get tired. It's definitely not the easiest thing to draw for your hand. Fair warning to everyone out there who wants to try to do this. Now I'm going to let that dry for just a second. Then I'm going to go back in a couple areas with concealer to refine a couple areas on Mr. Dragon Guy. As I dig in my kit here to find the brush I'm looking for. Do y'all ever have that problem trying to find what brush you're looking for? We have that quite often. Okay, so what I'm just going to do with the concealer is kind of outline a little bit. And just kind of do the same thing I do when I do my eyebrows. And just make some of the lines much more smooth and defined. Go on the internal part and kind of fix his belly a little bit. I have to give Miss McGee props because this is not, you know, like doing like regular face painting. This is much more complex than that. And what I usually do is if there's an area where the concealer didn't fully cover, then I let it wait for a little bit to dry some so that I can go back over it again with another layer to hide that undershadow. And that does help. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is add some more spots of gold because with this look you can never have too much gold. And I'm going to go into the Urban Decay Elements palette. It has a nice shimmery gold shade. I'm going to use a little angled brush and take that back toward our dragon guy's mouth. So we have a bit of gold going on there. And then I'm going to take the Jeffree Star Platinum Ice palette. And I'm going to use what is probably my absolute favorite highlighter, which is Ice Cold. As you can see, it's very, very deeply panned. I'm going to add that as an inner corner highlight over here. Touch of it right here. Ignore the boom, that was just simply my Kindle falling down. And now I'm going to take a bit of a plain black and just tap that on the edges of Tabby's eyelashes. Okay, if you could open your eye. We need to clean up underneath a little bit. Okay, and what I'm going to do first, look up please. Just kind of dab at that a little bit. Alright. Look up. And the only thing I did was basically cover up where I had that bit of fallout. And now we'll let that dry for a minute. I'm going to grab a bit of setting powder. Excuse the boom. It's a lot of excuse the boom. Okay, look up please. Just put a little bit of powder underneath the eye. Let's see here. Okay, look up please. Look up. Okay, look up. I'm just putting a little bit of black eyeliner right at the edge of her eyelashes. Just a touch. And then one more thing. There it is. Just adding a touch of, it's a white duochrome, but that also can help you hide some of that shadow that comes through when you're trying to use concealer to cover something. Okay, I think we'll need a little bit more than our corner highlight. Okie doke. So, get the screen back up. Do a bit of a, there we go, bit of a comparison. How did we do? You can let us know about down below, and just a second, and we'll talk to you and do our outro. And we're back. So, there it is.
I have a dragon by my eye.
I would highly recommend that if you're going to try and do this, practice drawing dragons first, because it is hard to hold your hand up to draw on someone's face versus a piece of paper.
Right.
It's not, the same, especially since anytime you work on skin, it gives. And so you kind of have to get used to that. We used 3 different eyelining pens. We used the Physician's Formula Eye Booster that has a kind of long brush that kind of tapers to a point. We used the Kat Von D Dagger eyeliner that has kind of a tapered felt point, and that was used for most of the work. And then we did the, oh shucks, what's the small one?
The tattoo.
Yeah, we
liner.
also used a bit of the tattoo liner, especially doing like the upper portions of the wings and that type of thing. So you're not going to be able to just use one eyeliner. You're going to need to use a variety in order to achieve that look. At least for me. You could also probably do it with all with gel eyeliner and different brushes.
Right.
But we didn't have that, so we just used what we had. So we'll call this a foray into some fantasy eye art.
Give it a try and post your looks to us. We want to see.
We absolutely would love to see them. We enjoy making community out of makeup lovers here.
Yes.
So, this is something to where we're all kind of in this, I'll call it an exclusive makeup club.
Right.
Because I don't think a lot of people in the general world realize how much artistry there is in makeup. Yeah. And it is an art. Even if you're not a makeup artist yourself, but as you're learning and you're evolving, you're learning how to paint just like an artist learns how to paint with acrylics or watercolor or anything. So we're all either amateur makeup artists or professional makeup artists. That's a good way to look at it.
And something, you could even, if you want to change up the palette, you don't have to do orange fire. Do blue fire.
Yeah,
do
blue
green.
Would be beautiful. Actually, you could do the ice dragons and stuff, and you could even do the painting on the dragon with all white paint, and then use touches of blue paint to do shadowing where his wings are or her. Or, you could even do something cute and add a little bow on the dragon's head if you wanted to do a cute pastel goth look. You could even do it's almost endless the opportunities you have with makeup.
Green fire, blue fire, you can do any of it.
Purple would be pretty.
Purple would be pretty.
So, at any rate, Tina, this was for you.
Right here.
So, till next time.
Bye.